Good evening. This is the Four Valley Boy Podcast. I'm your host and moderator, Fabian Bix, and got my guy, Michael Andre, on here. Horatio Major will join
Third.
us in a minute. Uh, we got a lot of sports to get into. How's it going, Mike? You ready for this icy weather, I guess, that we supposed to be getting?
You never know about it, man. They say 1 minute it's supposed to be wintry mix, snow, sleet. Then we might not end up getting number rain. So you just never know. I
Yeah,
think we're supposed to get the blunt of it. I don't think y'all gonna really get a lot down way your way.
I don't know, but my way don't matter. It's the Atlanta piece. You know, I drive, so we're gonna
Well,
have to.
you in Henry County, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that whole little area. I don't think they're gonna get too much in there.
we'll see. They'll shut it down. I mean, to be safe, I would say at least do Monday, but that's not my call on that. So
We'll see.
It's time to quiet your bronchiectasis flares by preventing as many as you
before we get into the sport, we'll try to wait for a race to come up. We get to national championship game. Sean McDermott was fired on Monday or Tuesday. Excuse me, Tuesday.
Did you say 12 o'clock?
No, it was Monday. He's fired Monday.
I hear they're playing on the
It was Buffalo 9 years, made the playoffs the last 7 years. 8 of his 9 years he was there. He has 8 playoff wins in the 8 years his team made playoffs in the last 8 years. John Harbaugh has 3 wins in the last 8 years. Reports were saying from ESPN that McDermott told ownership and Brad Bean that this roster is not a championship roster in December.
Hi, honey, how are you? Give your loved ones the connection.
You know how I feel. You've been there 9 years and
There is no insurance
you can't get to the Super Bowl.
Option service is provided at no cost to you. We deliver, install.
Say hit a wall, team played tight. I mean, Josh Allen, one of the worst games he ever could have played. You did let your team down, dog, but at the same time, they didn't give you no tools to win.
26.
What are your thoughts on this, Mike? Before we going further?
My thoughts with the McDermott firing, man. Sean McDermott is being fired simply because of it's kind of like what Karl Malone and Patrick Ewing went through in the Jordan era. You just couldn't get over that hump. You couldn't get over that hump with Michael Jordan. And Sean McDermott and the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen can't get over the Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow. They can't get over that hump. They had 3 wide receivers in that game, dog. 3. How you gonna win a game with 3 wide receivers? You got 2 or 3 receivers hurt. This dude, with the exception of Stephon Diggs, had never had really a big time receiver, and he's been kind of doing it on his own. Now, I think the bigger question is, and I'm gonna let you have the flow on it because you and I kind of see stuff differently when it comes to coaching, firings, and hirings and all this. In Fabe's mind, what is what is your opinion on the requirements of coaches getting let go and fired? Because you seem to be in favor a lot of time of after a while, coaches need to be let go, or if coaches hadn't done nothing in the first 2 or 3 years, they need to be let go. Like, do you realize how difficult it is to win at them levels when we talk about the D1? Like I'm gonna give you examples, and we don't really talk about it too much on this show because you and I are really about the only ones that really into college basketball. But you talk a lot, or people talk a lot about firing this coach, firing that coach. So I guess my question to you, and this is gonna be an example for you. Tom Izzo ain't won a championship since '01 for Michigan State. Well, was it 2000?
2000.
He won a championship since 2000. Michigan State, the last time they played for a national title,
2011.
I know they played that
2010,
North
2012.
Carolina squad that had Hansbrough, Wayne Ellington, and all them. So, with Izzo being the example, what should be a timeline or not a timeline according to you? Or is Izzo a lifetime at that position?
I mean, with Izzo, I think because of Judd Heathcote, I think college is a little bit different. I look at it like this: your recruiting class dictates how long you stay. And if you have guys staying 1-2 years, you high turnaround. So you're not going to have those 4-year players like Draymond or Jaren Jackson Jr. who he's had. Those rosters are those rosters turn over quicker than the NFL roster to me.
You're such a help.
And you build a culture. That being said, when was the last time Tom Izzo been to the Final Four?
I can't remember. That's a good question.
Now, if you give me
I
a
think.
second.
Wait a minute. They went the year they beat Zion and them in the Elite Eight.
Tell me how much they enjoyed it. One of them
See,
was
I
pull it up
think
now.
that was like
2019 was
2018, 2019.
the last time they went to the Final Four was 2019. They lost to Texas Tech, and that Texas Tech team lost to Virginia that year, if I remember. Yeah.
What did I miss? Dr. Montgomery's lecture apparently slacked because the Timmys have been coming
So-
out.
But I'm just using Izzo as the example for you when it comes to letting coaches go, bringing coaches in, that kind of thing. Because you have a short lease and you have a on what have you done for me lately mindset with a lot of coaches. I'm trying to pick your brain when it comes to getting coaches hired and fired and stuff.
the way I look at it, I'm from the old school way where I don't think 2 years is enough to build a. We can't microwave a championship in 2 years. Unfortunately, Kurt Signetti has shown you could do it in 2 years.
We can go somewhere and have cocktails.
Kurt Signetti has shown you could do it in 2 years, and you don't need 5 stars.
Yeah.
You don't need 4 stars. He has 8 4-stars on that roster, 0 5-stars.
Okay. All of that.
So some of these 80s are gonna look like we'll go Dabo Sweeney. You're going to have to do something,
Yes.
Dabo, this year, because Kurt Signetti has indirectly made your seat hot.
I can see how excited and filled you.
But how long does Dabo get a pass for being a national championship coach? So now Dabo is one of 4 coaches in college football that's won national championships. Add Signetti to this. So what kind of leash do you give him for being a national championship coach?
I mean, right now the way the landscape is with NIL, and you are not even trying to go in NIL. You're refusing to do it, and Signetti. The secret to Signetti, we'll get back to him. I'm gonna get back to Dabo and answer your question. What Signetti is doing, he's going for the 22, 23-year-old guy. That's that last leg of eligibility. You know how to play. I don't have to teach you or train you for as getting my system. You're gonna be a 5th or 6th round pick, maybe. Come to NF for about $1 million. I know you're not ready for the league. Give me one more year. Give me one more year. I'll get you $1 million. And you'll be a 4th, 5th, 6th round pick for the league. Now with Dabo, I would say this year was I don't know. I'm trying to figure out they made a bowl game this year, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, 6-6. Yeah. So to me, I would say Dabo, just out of respect, I would say this year, after this year, you'll be in a hot seat. If you can turn around, you got to do something because Miami is almost all the way back. Now they're back in purgatory without a quarterback. Now you got to go back into the portal. You should have.
I thought they just got the boy from Duke.
No, the boy from Duke cannot sign with anybody until the court hearing on Duke's injunction is adjudicated.
Oh.
He could go in the portal. He cannot sign until that decision has been adjudicated, which means he's going to be stuck at Duke because Miami cannot wait on him.
I bet.
Oh, wow.
What Miami should have did was gotten Dylan Raiola before Oregon did. Now he's stuck because Dante Moore is coming back.
Because ain't nobody got time for the game.
So what if I was Dylan Raiola, I would see if I can come out of that commitment to go ahead and go to Miami.
You're running out.
And he at least Dylan has 2 more years eligibility.
Yeah.
If Minska come off and Minska win that injunction, he could go. But if I'm Miami, I can't wait on that.
He's scary.
I couldn't wait on it. And Mendoza's brother would have had the opportunity to go to Florida if he would have thought about it. He might have started.
No fear, just box. They show me at Carfax.com.
Yeah, we're making progress. Like eating better. But
Kurt Signetti built this roster off of group of 5 players and the lower level P4 schools and turn him into a stud. Like, it ain't too many dudes out there that went to no big time school that played Indiana. You don't see too many dudes over there from Alabama, Georgia, Notre Dame, Ohio State. Them dudes coming from Group of Five schools and lower level Power Four schools, Michigan State. But like the cycle coming up for Indiana, they got to run it back from Boston College. They got a guy from Michigan State. Like those are not blue blood or power. I mean, or elite programs in Power Four. But he going to and watch what he does with them dudes.
Yeah, let me get probably the black thought, the thought provoker, the thought master, Horatio Major Jr.
What's up, fellas? What's going on?
So Rachel,
All right.
We'll go. Let me get Horatio in. We were talking about Doug McDermott, Sean McDermott being fired Monday from Buffalo.
So fresh, tasty, and delicious.
You have any thoughts on that before we get to the college football?
Oh, absolutely. Like you got to fire Sean McDermott because you don't want to address the problem, which is Josh Allen just didn't show up when he needed to show up. Superman couldn't find a phone booth, and I don't want to even continue to pile on the narrative that everybody been talking about. Some of the stuff I heard from Sports Center where they were saying, the way we crucify Lamar Jackson, the way we crucify C.J. Stroud, although he should have been crucified. Nobody wants to have that same energy for Josh Allen, but it's true. So you got to fire the coach so that you don't fire so you don't blame the quarterback and that you don't blame the GM because you didn't get Josh Allen no weapons either. Like how was the GM excused when you didn't go get this man a wide receiver one?
I just said that to you, Fade. I just said that.
But at the end of the day, Josh Allen didn't show up. He didn't show up. And I'm not saying he needs to be criticized. I'm just saying, come with the same energy that you criticize Lamar for. Because we criticize Lamar like he the one threw the ball to himself and dropped it. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you on that part. I mean, it was me. Both of them have been fired.
Both GM and the coach.
GM and the coach. Both of them been out of there. Now,
February 23rd.
I don't know about firing the coach. I put the ball in the best player hands and he went to bed.
But I also look at like this two shot. This is your best year to make the Super Bowl. You have 5 turnovers. You did have 5 turnovers. Josh Allen missed so many throws, 2 fumbles, 2 picks. One of those picks, that's a controversial pick. But if you look at it, I don't know how you guys are refing. You guys are refs. Let me ask you this opinion on that. Is that an interception? That should have been a completion for the receiver. Because to me, he didn't have full completion when he completed the act.
Are you talking about the one where he rolled over him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a football official, so I defer to Atwater. But from what I remember, tie goes to the receiver.
It looked kind of bang bang to me. I think that should have been to the receiver.
Yeah.
And they said the lead referee in that game, 62% of games he referee home teams win the game. That's neither here nor there.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, when I ref the game, I root for 2 people when I ref a basketball game. I root for the home team, and then I root for whoever's winning. That's who I root for. Whoever's winning and the home team. If you up by 10, I want you to stay up by 10 so we can just go on home with this game. When the other teams start coming back, I'll be over there under my whistle. What the hell is y'all doing? I just had a game last night, went into 2 overtimes. The team was up by 13 with 6 minutes left. I was mad as hell. And the home team was down. I was mad as hell.
I know the feeling, boy.
I was mad as hell.
I had a game win the overtime Saturday. I'll be looking at man, you bastards.
Yeah, so Mark, what's up, Mark?
Yep. Mark say he agree with you, Mike, on that one. That should have been a tie go to receiver. And McDermott, he called a timeout so that New York could take a look at it. And they sped through that thing. And then on that same drive, there were 2 pass interference calls on that drive where Denver got the ball back. The first one might have been a little suspect, but the second one was clear pass interference. You cannot pull the guy's arm down before he gets to the ball. This him This pop mic, this the ball. This me. This the dude pulling my hand out. The ball, I ain't got to the ball. Wait for the ball got there.
But let's I'm gonna defend the refs on this, and I'm not in the business of doing that for football. But I would like when TV want to give us this real view, like give us the view from the official.
Yeah.
Don't give us the aerial view with the wired camera coming down, and the official got a totally different view. Don't give us that view, because that view probably shows what the real official did not see. You see what I'm saying? So if you're gonna say, "Oh my God, how did he miss that?" Like, I saw some officials the other night with the camera on their head. Like, give us that view and say, "Well, this is what the official saw, or this is where his head was," and then maybe we'll have a better understanding and maybe respect the officials a little bit more, as opposed to just assuming, "Oh, they missed it," from a completely different angle.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think at the NFL, they the way they went to a digital, got rid of digital chains. I think they probably might be moving to that with the ref cameras as well to get a better angle for us replays and stuff. I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Mott said on there, do you let them play at water or call PI on that?
I mean, you can't affect the ball. He looked like he went through, and with the ball didn't have his back turned and that kind of thing. So you got to call that second one. You got to call that second
one. Yeah, you got to call the second one. Yeah, first one was suspect. Now the next question is going back to the Ole Miss Miami game. Do you call that pass interference in the end zone?
No, that you don't. You take yourself out the game, and Rachel know this as a referee. You take yourself out the game when it comes to late game situations. Sometimes it's got to be clear and blatant to call that. So no, you don't call that.
All right. With that being said, Denver's going to play the Patriots without their quarterback. Bo Nix has a fracture in his bone in his ankle. He'll be out for the remainder of the playoffs. And I don't know how severe the injury to the ankle is. I don't know if he'll be back for OTAs, and I would assume he will be, but I don't want to assume. We're going to get to the NFL in a second, but we'll circle back to the NFL. Shot, if you can hire, I already know who I would hire for the Buffalo Bills for the coach. I think me and you might have the same person. He's a guy that's in Minnesota as a defensive coordinator.
Oh, you asking me who would I hire?
Yeah, I think me and you might have the same guy.
Listen, man. Wherever Brian Flores coach at, that's my team.
Yeah.
End of story. I don't have no favorite team no more. I got my fantasy football team that make me money, and I got players that I like to watch. Brian Flores, wherever he coach at, that's my team. That's who I'm rooting for. Period. Him, D'Amico Ryans. I was rooting for Aaron Glenn. But Aaron Glenn, like you might be a little bit garbage, Aaron Glenn. Like, as much as I'm trying to rock with you, brother, you might, we still gonna let you come in, be a part of the NAACP. But as far as the coaches, NAACP, no.
Yeah, I would love to see him or Raheem, because every time Raheem been a coach, he has not had his quarterback.
Exactly.
So I think Baltimore would be the best fit for me. But if you want to go, I would take the Buffalo job, because they get a new stadium. I think it's going to be a dome stadium. Weather will not be too much a factor. If I remember, I don't know if I think it's going to be a dome stadium. I'm not sure. But you already got a quarterback. You got to get a receiver though. You got to get 2 receivers.
You can't. Brian Flores can't go to Buffalo. Like they still Buffalo. It's still Buffalo. I know it's 2026, but it's still Buffalo.
No, I'm talking about Raheem. But Flores, I think he need to go to Baltimore. I think for best.
You think Raheem need to go to Buffalo?
I think Raheem will go to Buffalo. That's why
he got the same complexion as Brian.
I know. I just think this will be his third team though, so I don't know if a black coach going to get a third team though.
If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas.
I'll call Mike Tomlin every day until he says yes.
For you, talk to your doctor and say no. Learn how
I don't know. We'll come to that. We still got 6 vacancies. Might be another one pop up.
It might be.
One shower transforms my skin from
Tom Payne ain't gonna know where he got the right complexion. He's not going nowhere. But you got that team that's conference championship for 3 years. Let's go to the national championship game that happened on Monday. This is a very good game, very physical game. Miami turned it on in the second half, but I just think they ran out a little bit of time. I just think ran out of time on that game on Monday. Indiana finished the perfect season. First team since the 1893 Yale team to go 16-0 and win a natty. Kurt Signetti, Google him. We were saying before when you got on, we were saying when you got on that this band has no 5 stars, 8 4 stars, and people that older as me when I graduated from college on that team, 23, 24 years old. What are your thoughts and takeaways from this final game shot?
Oh man, Indiana was who we thought they were. Like, I know they didn't have the size, the height, weight, all of that. They were who we thought they were. They were stout on the offensive line, stout on the defensive line. Quarterback, receiver, they was the whole package. Me and Atwater actually had conversations about this years ago where old 3-stars, where would you, who would you rather have, an old 3-star or a young 5-star? Now, and I always told him I'd give me the old 3-star. Now, to his credit, we wasn't talking about this old of a 3-star. I meant like a senior 3-star and a freshman 5-star. I didn't mean a 7th-year 3-star and a 5-star, which is pretty much what their team was consisted of. But, this was a championship game where all of the big-time players made plays. Right? The quarterback, Heisman Trophy winner, he made plays. The linebacker made plays. The wide receiver made plays. The DB made plays. On Miami side, Mark Fletcher made plays. Malachi Tony made plays. They, Ruben Bain, Mesidor, them boys had 6 sacks. Everybody made plays. You know what I'm saying? Beck, I can't understand that throw. Like I told y'all in the pre-production meeting, I don't believe in all that, that conspiracy theory and all that. But you can't make me, you can't convince me on why he thought that throw was rational. And then as soon as I get to school, all of the coaches huddling up. They got the play on the chalkboard. We got the YouTube up. The quarterback coach looking like that. He was never open. But he made that throw looking like, I don't want to win this game. I'm done with this game. I'm gonna be gone. And I'll make one more point. He didn't throw the game away. Let me say that. It ain't like he threw the game away. We was on the 41-yard line with 48 seconds to go. If you look at the analytics, we probably got a 35% chance of winning the game. I don't know. Like, it ain't like, we was right there. We still had 40 yards to go to actually score. But make that throw, that killed them. If we lose the game, well, we lost the game. You tip your cap to Indiana. They deserved everything they got. That throw just pissed me off. That's all I'm saying.
Faye, my thing about the throw and all that, man, and when we talking about getting conspiracy theories and all that, first of all, with the stuff supposedly that Carson Beck has been through in his Georgia career and all this kind of stuff, I don't see Carson Beck on that conspiracy. I don't think Carson Beck deliberately threw the game, and I'm not saying Ratio is 100% believing in that. I don't think Carson Beck deliberately threw that game. I think the play was more a great defensive play than a throw. So to me, it looks like the cornerback was in a cover 2 with the safety over the top. And the cornerback, instead of, because a lot of times when you're in cover 2, sometimes you bump and you drop. You don't drop deep. It looks like the cornerback continued to drop. He never stayed where he's supposed to stay. Because if you look at how he threw it, if he throws that ball and that cornerback stays in just a normal cover 2 position, that can either be a catch, a touchdown, or he gets hit pretty hard by that safety. But the cornerback, he drifted. He kept going downfield and he picked it off. That's what it looked like to me. Now, to me, it looked like it was a cover 2. It could be a cover 2 man. Well, a lot of times when you're in a cover 2 man, you still in that cover 2 coverage, but you drifting with your man. So that's my take on it. I think it was a better defensive play. I think Cincinnati outcoached. I think he outcoached Cristobal with some of his gutsy ass calls, man. Like some of his play calls, those 4th and 5 with those back shoulder fades. That I think it was a 3rd down or a 4th down where Mendoza scored that touchdown. Like he outcoached Cristobal to an extent. But I mean, it was a good game. We got to remember, Miami missed a field goal at the end of the first half. That game could have been tied 24-24. I think that would have been, what was the final score?
Nah, they missed a field goal that would have had them down. It would have been 10-3. They'd have been down 7 instead of 10. But
no, but when I'm saying tying it up, if you got that field goal in the fourth quarter, the game 24, right?
Right. But you know, man, Fave, listen here, man. You starting to be a real dope host and producer. The reason why what Atwater's saying, you know, is not valid in my opinion, right? And I know exactly what this play is. Because hold on, freeze it, Fave. Don't play it. Go all the way back to the goal. We finna do coaches talk right now. We finna do coach talk. We finna put it up on the board because we already did this at work. So you see this lineup, right? The safety is right there on the hash. Miami got 3 to the right. You feel me, Fade? Miami got 3 to the right. The reason why this cornerback is drifting back, like Atwater said, because he has no other responsibility. It's trips right. It's only the wide receiver over there, the DB, and the safety. You got an outside linebacker right here sitting on the outside, so the slant is not there. There is no scenario where this kid is open. There is no scenario where you need to think about going over here. Then your only read as a quarterback is to see where that safety's going. As soon as he snapped the ball, you see the safety, whoever this dude is, he even showing you. As soon as he snapped the ball, the safety haul ass to the pylon. That means there's no reason for you to throw that. Then here's the crazy thing. Watch your best receiver, Malachi Tony, at the edge of that screen, Fade. Watch he come open on the square end, which is where you should have been going with the ball as soon as that safety dropped back. It's a bonehead throw. There's no way around it. He didn't make a great play. He drifted back and man threw the ball right to him. If you're going to make that throw, at least throw it in the end zone and give your dude a 50-50 ball. He threw that ball where only the red shirt could get it. It's a bonehead throw. There's no way, and I can't wait to John Gruden till he get to the draft and John Gruden say, let's talk about your last throw as a college quarterback. Tell me about that throw. I don't care about none of your other throws. Talk to me about that throw.
That last throw.
It looked like it was just he stared the receiver down. It was a one-person route. When I say a one-person route, he had other people open, but he never, like when you look at him and you look at the progression, he never looked nowhere else.
Yeah, what progression?
That's my point. He automatically looked at that receiver. He didn't even try to look at nobody else. I don't think it was no check down. It wasn't no check down guy, nothing. He automatically went there.
Right. And you looked at the safety. Look at his head on the screen, on that coach's view. When he snapped the ball, the safety went right there. His head was looking at the safety. He had no reason to go over there. None. Watch it. As soon as the ball gets snapped, he's looking. There's no way you think that dude is open. In no scenario is that dude open. No snap. Watch Malachi Tony come right open in the middle. He open right there, Fade.
Right there. I see him right there where my mouse is at. Right there.
Right. He open.
You could have got that right there, first down, clock it. You at least chunk it to the end zone right there.
Yeah, that's Malachi Tony. He catch that right there.
He might go to the house. He might go to, you're right. He might go to the house on that one. Let's do it again. Right here.
Boom.
On the
right
dig.
There.
He on the dig right there.
Horrible play. Horrible play.
It's wonderful cologne you're wearing.
Keep that same angle right there, Fade. Atwater, tell me at what point do you even think he might be open? There's no chance. The slant is not even there.
See?
That's crazy.
If he had just threw that ball 5 yards ahead of him, at least that would have been incompletion. But you can't throw that ball. You can't throw that. John Gruden like you said, John Gruden's gonna ask him. He's gonna ask you, so Carson, how you doing? You got a beautiful girlfriend, a beautiful family. What the hell you thinking on that throw?
Right.
It was a bad throw at the most inopportune time for Miami. Like that game was shaping up to be Miami on the way with a comeback like they did against Ole Miss. It was on that way.
Absolutely. But anyway, hats off to Indiana. Indiana deserved it. South Florida won. The quarterback was from South Florida. Mark Fletcher, South Florida. Malachi Tony, South Florida. Ruben Bain, South Florida. Hell, the kid that made the interception, South Florida. D'Angelo Pond, South Florida. So South Florida, was on display.
Rachel, let me ask you this question right here. As a Hurricane fan, you've been a lifelong Hurricane fan, and we can have a debate on this with this one, Fade. Is the U back, or were they just hot?
Oh, nah. Well, again, it depends. And it's just funny because when we came home, I said I wonder if Atwater going to ask me that question. They back. Like, unless your criteria is back is not back until you are the national champion, then, that would be other people's criteria. Are they back? I mean,
Mr. Robinson.
Let's just go by this season because next year is iffy for everybody, right? Nobody was talking about Indiana this time last year. So, are they back? Yeah, because when you rewind the season, that was a top 3 team in the country. When you rewind the season, no other team had a harder road to the championship game than them. They went through Texas A&M, SEC. They went through Ohio State, national defending champs. Mississippi, SEC. So Notre Dame beat them. Like, when you look back on it, that was a terrifying defense. That damn Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor and Amon Moulton was probably the best player last night on the football field, other than Mendoza. They was the real deal. They was the real deal. That was a top 3 team in the country.
I think Rachel and Faith, I think Miami was hot. We can't determine if they're back until next season they get to the playoffs and they make a consistent run at the playoffs. We can't. We have to wait on if they back or not because they did get hot. They did you do need to get. People don't realize that you do need to get hot to win a tournament. Like it ain't just a lot of times skill. You just need to be hot. And I think Miami was hot. I think the big question for me, for Miami and Cristobal, and this is really going to be across the entire landscape of college football. Are you going to be more? Which one are you going to do? Are you going to draw the line with recruiting and development, or is it older players and this transfer portal? And that's what you got to decide. Like for Miami, this is going to be coming up. I think with the 4th year you've had a transfer quarterback. When are you going to start developing quarterbacks? And I guess you're in a situation where I've been getting by winning with these transfer quarterbacks. Keep it going.
But why would I do that? For the last 3 years, 4 years, a transfer quarterback has won the championship.
Adventurous, beautiful.
Let's see, what's the quarterback Ohio State? What was his name? That won it?
Will Howard, wasn't he?
Will Howard.
Transfer.
Where he transferred from?
Didn't he come from Boston College, Syracuse, somewhere like that?
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, he came. I think he came from Syracuse or something like that.
Celebrities don't inspire our menu.
Let me see.
He was a transfer though. That's
your last 5 national champs. You've had 2 transfer quarterbacks.
Kansas State.
J.J. McCarthy.
That's right. Kansas State. Will Howard, Kansas State.
J.J. McCarthy, I think, was a Michigan player already, wasn't he? Or he transferred?
No, he's Michigan.
He was Michigan. J.J.
And Stetson Bennett was a Georgia player.
So the last 3 though. Well, Michigan won. Hold up. Did Michigan won it 2 years ago?
Yeah, 2 years ago.
It's just your last 2.
So your last 2 was a transfer quarterback.
Yep. And really, let's split it down the middle. The last 6 national champs, you've had 3 that's been transferred and 3 that was regular. Or really 2, because Stetson Bennett won it back-to-back. So you had Joe Burrow, Mendoza, and Will Howard.
There you go.
And McCarthy and Bennett were Ohio State kids. So you're really on the fence. It's really 50-50 right now.
Yeah, I told you this a long time ago. You're not winning this thing unless you got a quarterback. You're not. I said that to you years ago. You're not winning this game unless you got a quarterback. Period.
So, with that being said, Faye, when it comes to transfer quarterbacks versus quarterbacks that are the recruitment. Let's just look at the landscape of college football for next year of quarterbacks that recruited and still at their school. You got Bryce Underwood at Michigan. You got Arch Bannon at Texas. We can say Gunnar Stockton at Georgia. Those three quarterbacks versus the transfer quarterback. You got the transfer. The kid from Cincinnati, he going, I think, to Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech going to Indiana.
The quarterback going to Indiana.
Texas Tech, Indiana go to Texas Tech going to Indiana.
Well, I thought somebody from Cincinnati was going to Texas Tech.
Yeah, Sorsby. He's going to Texas Tech.
So the quarterback at Texas Tech is going to Indiana.
Yes.
Okay, and then another transfer quarterback. LSU got somebody too, right?
I think they got they got Levitt. They got Sam Levitt.
Arizona State.
So let's look at next year. Out of those 6 quarterbacks we just named, we named 3 quarterbacks that are recruited and 3 quarterbacks that were transferred. Let's see how they do next year. Bryce Underwood at Michigan, Stockton at Georgia, Arch Manning at Texas versus Levitt at LSU, Sorensby at Texas Tech, and the other kid going to Indiana. Let's watch.
You still got it because technically DJ Moore is a transfer. Technically Julian Saline is a transfer.
Mm-hmm.
So you still got transfer. Dude, Trinidad Chambers was a transfer.
Yeah, Fair State.
Right. And if Miami get this boy from Duke, they gonna be back.
Well, Fabe said that's gonna be on pause for a minute.
Nah, I ain't gonna be on pause. Listen, this NIL contract stuff they talking about, that's null and void. All that boy got to do is go enroll in college. They can't stop him from enrolling in college. It's the same thing that the DB Xavier Lucas did. Wisconsin tried to take him to court. It didn't work. He said somebody told him, hey, man, withdraw from school or the semester was already over. Go enroll in Miami and take classes in Miami. And that's what he did.
Yeah, pay for your own tuition. You walk on. You can walk on. So they can't do nothing with that.
Right. So Duke ain't and people forget. See, this what I'm a U fan now, so it's us against the world. People forget Duke just did that to Tulane to get him, right?
Mm-hmm.
They gave him a lot of money and made him leave there, gave him $4 million to leave Tulane, and come to Duke. So now you mad?
Well, I think what it was, he already signed with Duke, and then I think Miami had offered like $10 million. He was like,
man, no $10 million.
I'm getting the hell out of this deal.
4-6. But whatever they gave him, if it's worth it, you're gone. Because LSU just paid the buyout for the defensive end. Hey, here go y'all money back from my man. He coming to LSU. LSU throwing hella cash around. They throwing hella cash. So all of that don't mean nothing. And the judge just ordered Duke to put that boy in the transfer portal. Y'all didn't see that?
Yeah, but he can't sign nowhere until the injunction is adjudicated.
Right. He can't sign anywhere. He can enroll anywhere though.
Yeah, he can. Then you get your walk on, pay the tuition with his NIL money he got anyway. So
there you go. They ain't stopping that.
I can tell y'all this about college football now. Man, this thing is
out of control.
Gonna be up in the air from this point on. With the transfer portal, NIL, it's up in the air. What we're seeing with this is 3-year ratio, the SEC done won a national title. Not just won it ratio. The SEC hadn't played for a national title since Georgia won it in 22 or whatever.
23.
23, yeah. So, man, you got Indiana is not a blue blood type program. Like, when you look at the national champions over the last 15, 20 years, they all been what I consider elite programs. Clemson, LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Ohio State, Michigan. Those programs have a tradition. They got a history of putting people in the league, getting top recruits, winning the conference. They done played for national titles before. This is the first time, man, that I think we done seen something like this from this type program. Indiana ain't, 3 years ago, Indiana went winless, didn't it? Or 1-11 or something like that.
But you know what this is, right? And I don't know nothing about Indiana, so everything I'm saying is speculative, right? I don't know nothing about Indiana. But when you 23 years old, like Carson Beck said it the other day, I don't go to class. I graduated 2 years ago. When you got 23-year-olds at Indiana, and I'm not throwing no shade, they had a lot of, their average age was 23 and a half. You're supposed to leave college at 21. So when you 23, you don't have class. You got time to lift and do film work and work on your body. You're not going to class like the 5-star dude, sophomore, junior, that haven't graduated. This is a job for you. Hey, man, I'm here to work on my body, watch film. I know everything that's going on. I ain't got class. I'm in Indiana. Only thing I got to worry about is taking care of my body, chilling with Becky, and watching film.
I think that dude said chilling with Becky.
I'm just saying.
Prayers, great question right here, right quick. What happened to them credits transferring? How are you guys eligible to play?
This ain't Fort Valley State. This ain't Fort Valley State, man. Them boys already graduated. What credits you need? D'Angelo Pons is 23 years old. What credits? He in a fake master's program, man. Come on. Somebody favorite. Where Anatoly at, by the way? Shout out to Anatoly. Somebody look up D'Angelo Pons. See when he got his degree. That boy got his degree in 2023.
And the thing about it, y'all, Faye, you're going to see more of this. You're going to see more Indiana start popping up.
Yeah.
The next team that's on the rise when it comes to this, watch out for Texas Tech. Man, you might get in the playoff next year, and it might be Iowa State, Virginia, somebody. The game has changed. Like, it's going to be really tough to say who's the best team in the country going in next year. Like, if you do your way too early top 10, I don't think Miami going to be in there. I think Miami losing a whole lot. Like, I think they losing both ends. They losing the quarterback. They losing Mark Fletcher. That's 4 stars right there.
Mark Fletcher's staying. Stop hating on my team, bro. Mark Fletcher's staying.
Need to go.
He do need to go, but he's staying. Both the ends gone. But Damon Wilson from Missouri, y'all know who Damon Wilson is. He probably coming. Decent receiver. Most of the defense is coming back. Like 3 people from the line coming back. Like they'll be all right. Well, let me rephrase this. They'll be all right if they get that quarterback from Duke. That's a different story. They get the quarterback.
And if you don't get a quarterback from Duke, what do you already have on that roster?
Now they don't get the quarterback from Duke. It's gonna be bad. It's gonna be. Now we got to go with a true freshman nickel or a redshirt freshman nickel. The boy from Georgia, from Milton, Georgia, Luke Nickel, or we got to go Darion Coleman, the true freshman. So, that's why they probably broke the bank and paid that boy nickel. I'm sure they gave him more than they gave Beck. That much I'm sure of. They need him. They need him. And I think Jordan Seaton might be on his way down too. That's the big tackle from Colorado.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard he was going to Miami.
Out of Miami or LSU. So, Miami probably be a top 10 team preseason ranking next year.
So before we switch over, Rachel, what does that have to say about teams that rely mostly on recruiting? Like, for an example, Georgia was one of the youngest teams in the country this year, so a lot of them players coming back. Alabama's heavy in recruiting, Ohio State, Texas. What kind of chances do they have now as they're not a heavy transfer portal type team?
No chance.
A heavy transfer portal type team is when you got 20 or more players. That's heavy.
Yeah, you heard me say it. No chance. Like, because again, we going back to what we talked about before. You got your 5-star, 5 stars, high 4 stars. That's talented, but they're not 23 strong. You can't get too many 5 stars to go up against a 23-year-old defensive lineman or offensive lineman and think they finna hold their own. It ain't happening. It ain't happening unless you Vince Wilfork, Tommy Harris, and Dominican Sue. Unless you one of them boys, that 5-star offensive lineman or 5-star defensive lineman, they're gonna get blowed off the ball. You saw what happened when that 5th-year senior in Wesley Bassant ran up against that true freshman from Ohio State, Bo Jackson. You saw what happened.
They like to kill that boy.
Exactly. Exactly. And Bo Jackson don't look like nobody little boy either. He ran him slap over. That's a perfect example of what we talking about right there. Because Bo Jackson gonna be a hell of a back in another 2 years. Well, he's already a hell of a back. He's gonna be a NFL problem in 2 years. And he went up there and saw Wesley Bassant coming a 4th or 5th year senior and got ran over. So teams like Georgia, Clemson, you got to have them 5 stars, and then you got to go get some of them transfer portals. I give you another example. Who was the best player on y'all offense last year?
A transfer, Zachariah Branch.
There you go. Case closed, y'all. Case closed. So where would Georgia be without him?
I mean, they still had talent there, but I don't know how good it would have been.
It's a new
but
day,
they don't have a lot of transfers. There ain't a lot of transfers that play at Georgia.
It's a new day, man. You got graduate transfers now. You got graduate students playing. You got Carson Beck. When Carson Beck was a freshman, Malachi Tony was in the 5th grade. This is foolishness.
That's the truth. So Malachi Tony really still should be in high school.
Exactly.
Should be a senior.
He should be a senior. So Carson, 23? That boy just turned 18. That's 5 years right there. So anyway, what else we got? It's 9:50.
All right. NFC and AFC championship games. We got Denver and the Patriots. Bo Nix is out. Bo Nix gonna be out. That's the early game. Then Seattle and the Rams, part 3. That one's gonna be in Seattle.
Gracious. My bad, fam. I'm watching CJ McCollum, man. I didn't know this dude nice, boy. My bad. I'm sorry.
Does Denver have a chance shot?
Nah, they didn't have a chance with Bo Nix. I didn't think that. Yeah, listen, bro. I've been calling the man name for the last 2 years. Money May. Money May. I've been saying this for 2 years. Money May. Drake Money May. I've been saying it. Like, hey, listen, man. I know I'm batting 80% on these quarterbacks. I know I am. For real. Hey, Fade. How come Atwater ain't bring up CJ Stroud?
What you mean?
Hey, then he used to talk, well, we gonna see how that turn out. We see how that turn out. Where's Bryce Young?
Hey, Fade. He said Bryce Young should have been #1 pick. He was. I said we're gonna see who would have a better career, CJ Stroud or Bryce Young. To this point, CJ Stroud has had a better career than Bryce Young.
You're right. But you wasn't.
That was the conversation. That
ain't how you was talking 6-7 weeks ago. You was making, last year you was making it seem. And don't get me wrong, he looked good. But right now, you got the defensive line threatening the coach to bench you. Like, come on, bro.
Bro,
didn't Carolina make the playoffs this year?
He had a bad game. Yeah, okay. Carolina made the playoffs. This is his first time.
Yeah, my man Bryce just had to get him a #1 receiver. See, CJ Stroud walked in there with Nico Collins and Tank Dell. He walked in there to that. You can't even name the receivers at Carolina now outside of that rookie. That's all I'm saying. I think they tried to get that boy Adam Thielen and talking about work with that Bryce Young. Come on, man. Get that boy Adam Thielen his rookie year. That's a disaster. Adam Thielen.
I think Denver got a chance, because they at home. They got a chance when they at the crib.
Who the quarterback? We don't know.
Jarrett Stidham.
Who?
Jarrett Stidham.
Who?
Mike Jones. Who?
Jarrett Stidham.
What he the backup for Indiana Hoosiers?
He played at Auburn, I think.
Oh, Stidham.
Like he played in Auburn.
Yeah, Stidham. I know you're talking about now. That's the backup quarterback. That's the quarterback?
Yeah.
For Denver, yeah.
Child, please.
Yeah, he got drafted in 2019 by the Patriots.
Oh, God.
4th round pick.
He got drafted in 2019.
Yeah.
He been playing 7 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is our first time hearing about him? Oh, man. Y'all better put y'all money on May. Y'all better put y'all money on Drake. Not the rapper, but the quarterback.
He can go on a run now. Hey, we didn't think Nick Foles was going to do what he did with the Eagles about 3-4 years ago.
Well, he had more games to get ready, though. He had at least 3-4 games. Still going straight to the championship game. Now, the last time we had something like this happen was Jeff Hostetler back in 1990.
Shout out to
When
Jeff
they beat-
Hostetler with the mustache, looking like
Yeah,
Magnum PI.
With the porn mustache at that too.
Yeah,
that year, that was the year the 49ers were supposed to three-peat. They were
yeah.
supposed to be the first team ever to three-peat in the NFL.
Yeah. Shout out to Tom Selleck with the Daisy Duke shorts, the Ferrari and the two Dobermans.
Doom, 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 doom,
Yeah.
doom,
The man with his
doom,
homeboy
doom.
Higgins. They never did say what he do. Well, I guess he was a private investigator. Like I ain't know PI was paying like that. Like that boy was a plumber.
And the British dude, was he a butler?
No, he was
The British
Higgins.
dude.
It's about Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins. That's what I said. Shout out to Higgins.
I mean, what was the black dude then?
That was his
He
own.
just fly
That
helicopter.
was a private investigator. He was like an assistant.
He was a slave. He was a
with
slave.
the thigh highs.
He was a
Tom
slave.
Selleck.
He was a damn slave. Slave to that white dude.
They never said what Tom Selleck do for a living. You ain't getting that kind of money solving cases. But
Nah,
anyway,
you do something. You trapping.
He was selling
he
drugs.
worked for the same department Tommy from Martin worked. But go ahead, Faye. My bad.
All right, now San Francisco, Seattle and LA. That's gonna be probably the better game. That's the night game.
Mason was arrested.
Keys to the game, shot and Mike.
Remove his shirt.
Is Devontae Adams healthy? But I think Seattle gonna win this game. Like Seattle about to go back to the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Shout out to Seattle. Shout out to the Patriots. Yeah. I think I had the Patriots when we put the little NFL teams too, didn't I? One of y'all had Indiana.
Speaking to you from the
Yeah, I had Indiana for the national championship. I gotta go back and look at it. I think you might have had the Seahawks.
No, I had the Patriots.
The media.
I had Miami and the Patriots.
I want anybody to know
Yeah.
about
That's
it. Wanted to go and
I think right now I would have picked Seahawks.
to you know, it's amazing.
Mike, key to the game.
It's to Shreveport, Louisiana.
He just closed up.
With Gerald Mason.
I thought my principal was texting me something. Matthew Stafford, how hot is he gonna be? He's not gonna have that weather issue like he did last week in Chicago. How hot will he be?
We gonna see.
Let's see.
Well, they just said Ahmad Moten coming back to the U. Oh my God.
Man, that big boy was dominating, boy. I'm talking about, boy, he was dominating.
Consecutive life terms in
That's
prison.
what's up.
He only admitted to crime.
Yeah, that's our show. We got a squealer and a deer.
All right.
We out.
It's been real, fellas. Y'all be good.
Children